Hey everyone, welcome to my channel. I'll be covering topics at the intersection of AI, economics, and society. And today I have a bone to pick with social media. It all started one cursed Friday afternoon when I was just about ready to go to bed and I opened up one of those apps for 10 minutes, what I thought. Next time I looked on the clock, it was way past the hour to get enough sleep. And what did I spend that time on? I honestly don't remember. I think maybe 4 or 5 funny videos. It got me thinking, why am I on there? To get relief from social expectations on social media? To escape my mundane life? Meaning isn't inherent, it's something you create. To numb the daily grind? Yes, well, repetition, it can be boring, but it also presents tons of opportunities for self improvement. And what blew me away most of all was the amount of time we spend on smartphones. On average, 2.5 hours per day, 17.5 hours per week, 1/7 of your waking life. And in general, we don't seem to mind. The internet is generally positive about the internet, much like farm owners rooting for better serfdom, or factory owners rooting for more industrialization. Since our institutions seem stuck in the 20th century, the internet itself provides a dominant narrative on how the digital economy is shaping our lives. As a result, many real-world changes wrought by the digital economy have gone unnoticed. There is a hidden cost to our new way of life, paid for with our digital, physical, and mental well-being. There is a crisis of meaning that has taken root on our phones. So is there anything we can do to fight back? I want to focus on one key strategy to regain control of your life, by embracing boredom. Specifically, the kind of boredom that lets you realize that we are all alone. If you think that is a bad thing, think again. There is a lot of research demonstrating that taking time away from your peers, your loved ones, your friends, and your schedule is the best path towards a more healthy social life. And you don't need to be a tech mogul and go on a yoga retreat to find that kind of solitude. True solitude can be found anywhere, anytime. It can be found waiting in line at the grocery store, or doing your household chores, around the block when you go for a brief walk. Anywhere but on your screen, these connections appear naturally. They are made by the most powerful state-of-the-art computational device mankind has access to right now. That is not to say that it is bad to feel overwhelmed and to want out, to have had enough of all the stimuli that are coming in, stimuli that keep us busy until we drop, that till we are too tired to pull the lever. If you ask me, it is okay to not be productive and on top of things for each moment of every day. I don't even think this is humanly possible. Too much efficiency can drive a person crazy. However, when we fill up those moments of chaos and pure unfiltered existence with digital trash, we rob ourselves of the chance to get our wits back, to come to terms with our being, and to move on to better things. A lot of the strategies that I want to discuss in the remainder of the video are so common sense you could think of them yourself. In fact, you could even start right now. Stop this video, lock your screen, and go be a person. As Li Bai, a famous 8th century Chinese poet, put it in Solitude of the Night, "It was at a wine party. I lay in a drowse, knowing it not. The blown flowers fell and filled my lap. When I arose, still drunken from all that swiping on social media, the birds had all gone to their nests, and there remained but a few of my comrades online. I went along the river, alone in the moonlight." Ah, you're still here? Well, let's start with a thought experiment. Just imagine going outside, leaving your house without taking your smartphone with you. Now, take a pen and paper or something else and write down all the reasons that you come up with to take your device with you. Check them off one by one, and you'll see that most of them make no sense whatsoever. Another thing you can do is block device time. Bundle specific device use into specific time slots. For example, only open social media apps between 8 and 9 p.m. in the evening. Or how about each time you feel the urge to pick up your phone, you use it to journal how you feel rather than drown those thoughts and feelings in social media. Within days of starting a journaling habit, you'll see patterns emerge. Patterns that can help you take control of your life. Solitary hobbies are also great. Find something that really strikes a passion in you. Anything from gardening, climbing, archery, woodworking, cooking, sculpting, anything that allows for personal growth and only requires minimal support from digital technologies. But to make whatever habits you choose to adopt stick, you need a plan. I highly recommend reading Carl Newport's Digital Minimalism. I've linked it in the description. It is a great resource and I wouldn't have made this video without that book. Because he was asking the same questions I was asking at the beginning of this video. And he decided to run an experiment. He enlisted 1,600 people to do a 30-day digital detox. And what he found when the experiment was complete, that it was not just about doing the digital detox. Because the people who just signed up and did the detox and then went back on with their lives, their device habits didn't change. In fact, they went back to the same levels of device usage and social media usage that they had prior to the experiment. The people, on the other hand, that did make the habit stick were the people that took the time they reclaimed from not using social media to realign their values with their device usage. Anyway, the book goes into more detail, but the main finding is one that's been replicated throughout a lot of behavioral science research, is that it's not just about fearing the consequence, you need to want the outcome. This is a common piece of advice in a lot of YouTube videos, where you need to visualize the outcome to make it happen. But you need a plan for that. If you're not going to work towards something, it's never going to happen. So the first step in all this is to figure out what you really want from life. And this clicked with me. Because even though I knew my social media usage was pretty bad, I still needed to reevaluate my life and figure out what I really wanted for my time on Earth before I could start to make any kind of changes, any kind of progress. And even then, I started with small steps. I started writing a little bit more, publishing stuff online that I would have kept in my head otherwise. And I started this YouTube channel, as you can see. For me, this seemed like the right way to experience personal growth. For you, it might be something else entirely. But until you figure out your priorities in life, there are digital well-being apps out there that can help. I've linked a few videos and resources in the description. These digital well-being apps can help counteract some of the most harmful dark patterns application developers put into their applications. Things like limited device usage, blocking notifications and grayscaling your application or even your entire smartphone. But for me, I found it was easier to just delete social media from my smartphones altogether. I can imagine that for some of you that might be too big of an ask. So if you're afraid to go full cold turkey, maybe you could try device-free Saturdays. I've tried to limit screen time as much as possible on Saturdays. It really helps combat device fatigue, and I can highly recommend it. I also try to balance the time seated or standing behind a desk with daily device-free walks. They help you reconnect with your physical self, they expose your body to sunlight, leading to all kinds of good things for your circadian rhythm, and they help clear your mind so you'll be able to get more out of your day. There's no need to go full Huberman, just fit it into your schedule whenever you can. I guess the hardest in all this will be to deal with the overwhelming sense of boredom you'll experience from time to time. And I get it. Many aspects of our lives are indeed boring, ugly, or useless to us. We're all just one subway ride away from our digital hive minds. But nevertheless, in the long run, I think that making choices on how you want to live your life rather than letting technology companies decide it for you will definitely be better for you. So consider this a formal challenge. Embrace boredom. Use it as a lens. Use that feeling to figure out what you really want to be doing and make a plan. By reinventing your technology use, you'll most likely see improvements in your mental and physical well-being almost immediately. You'll unlock deeper, more real social connections. And there are proven health benefits to having these meaningful connections. They can add more than a decade to your life expectancy. And I'm not claiming here that having a drive is a magic pill. Sometimes life will hit you hard regardless. But on average, it should make you feel better than getting your life sucked out of you by your device. You'll experience more passion, more energy, and more creativity. And that will lead to faster personal growth and translate to all other aspects of your life that you care about. Your family, your friends, and how you contribute to society. So to conclude, I personally believe that both the loneliness and the obesity epidemics plaguing a lot of advanced societies today are rooted in our newfound digital way of life. And the stats don't lie. 5 billion internet users are spending on average 2.5 hours each day on social media. 17.5 hours a week. That's insane. A full waking day every week. Imagine you spend that time helping your community or pursuing a personal passion project. If one day a week doesn't sound like too much to you, just think about what you're getting out of it. Does it improve your life or make it less miserable? Could you get the same benefits from those 17 hours you could get from 1 or 2 hours? If that is a yes that you answer to that, then that means you're effectively throwing away 15 hours of your life every week. So I hope to have given you some of the tools needed to at least briefly wake up from the illusion of control conjured up by our digital devices. Your free time is the one part you have the most agency over. It is your most precious commodity. You should guard it with your life. So one final thought. If there's one thing that high school has taught me, it's that a great way to increase a person's anxiety levels is to rob them of their sense of agency and control. And it looks like our devices have been doing just that. Anyway, if you like this video, please like and subscribe. There'll be more videos on AI, economics, and society coming up. And good luck getting bored.